is open books. We are doing some chest press today, so it's a good idea to open up our mid-spine, middle of our back. It's where our shoulder blades kind of, all the action happens back there. So let's take a side position, either a fetal position, both knees in, or bottom leg straight, and the top leg is bent. I use my hand to hold it down, but literally just try to inhale and then exhale up and around. Try to open up that top part of your back. And by holding that knee down, it limits your hip movement. So all that energy just happens in your upper back. Take our time, let's get 9 or 10 each. Next up, bird dogs. 4-point position here, hands up your shoulders, knees under your hips, extend opposite limbs out, maintain balance, and then come back down to center. Make sure that back stays as flat as possible. A couple different variations you can do of this. After you do a few reps, it is mobility, but you can always bump it up if you want. You can do one side at a time, so stay in this position, and then bring your knee and elbow all the way in and flex that spine. And then come right back all the way out and stay on that side. That's one option. Number 2 would be a traveling bird dog. Where do I do this without my, sorry for my butt, belly. 4-point stance here, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Extend, and then try to walk with it a little bit. Almost like a bear crawl, but you're hovering above the ground. It's like a core activator. All right, warm up. Today and this week is going to be every minute on the minute. We're going to increase time. So we're starting at 10 seconds, and then every minute on the minute, we're going to add 10 seconds to that. Okay? Bike, row, jump rope, or run in place. Folks at home, if you don't have any cardio equipment or old school cardio equipment, whether it be a row or a bike, you can do a jump rope or run in place for the EMOM. Cool? Work period, 4 exercises. Every 4 minutes on the minute, you're starting a new round. You have 3 exercises that are going to be complementary to your power and strength exercise. Every day is something different, as you guys know. Today is chest press. Okay, so we're using our shoulder blades, scapula, retraction, and protraction. So the idea when you're doing a chest press is to use the whole shoulder. Pinch back and press forward. It keeps healthy shoulders. Not only do you build muscle, but it keeps everything healthy. So here are 3 exercises that we're going to do. Your first exercise is going to be a front support plank. Here, front support. Okay, squeeze your glutes. First thing, tuck the butt underneath, keep that core active. Now, if a regular plank is my hands under my shoulders, a front support plank means I'm just pressing forward. So now my shoulders are over my fingertips. It's a little bit more pressure on my front delt and my chest. Now, at the same time, and my wrist, exactly, wrist mobility, right? So when you're here, think about pressing into the floor. That's protraction of your shoulder blades. That's what's going to help with the bench press. So you're pressing in. Of course, it's going to get you a little fatigued. That's what we try to do with this exercise anyway, as well. 30 seconds there. Your next exercise is going to be a partial, partial reps. So it's going to be a push-up partial. So I'll give you 2 options. You can come all the way down here. Keep your core nice and tight, squeeze your glutes, pinch back, and then come up halfway, like a hand release push-up. Here, half up, and then all the way back down. Or, this is a partial push-up, but I feel like it might get screwed up. Not might. It most likely will get screwed up if you're not paying close attention to it. Squeeze your glutes, keep that trunk nice and tight. Now, pinch your shoulder blades back, halfway down. Bend the elbows all the way up. That's a partial. The reason why I say this can get screwed up a lot, because I actually feel it myself too. My shoulders want to rotate forward, my elbows want to flare out, and that's not good. If you press your head forward, that's something we don't want to do. So those are 2 options for you, either from the from the top down, as long as you can maintain that neutral spine. You can do your partials this way, or here, half up.
So from up down, it's like keeping your shoulders back.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
and then like elbows in.
yep. Regular push-up rules apply, but what happens is when the initial part of the push-up is probably the most difficult, people just want to go down like this. Your elbows flare out, your head goes forward, and your shoulders rise up. When really, like we just talked about, all the action happens back here, right? So if you could pinch your shoulder blades back and get into that half rep push-up position, then it's okay. But if the shoulders start rotating forward and up, and you're going like this, it's not good for your neck, traps, or anything like that. So those are two options for you. Just to give you guys another option, because it is on the board, and I have to record it anyway. You can do what we did during quarantine early on. Do a back widow, they're called. So flat on your back here, same thing. Think about pulling the elbows back and holding this position. Okay, not using your core as much, but you're using those upper back muscles. They're all engaged. As you press back, those back muscles are fired up. So those are two options for you guys. Take a deep breath. Next up, your power move, your strength move. It's going to be a chest press. So I'm demonstrating on the floor. Crease of your hip, lie flat on your back. Follow all the rules we just applied. Pinching your shoulder blades back. Now you're pressing forward like you did with your plank. Okay? But this exercise is going to be a progressive overload. So we're looking to start with a weight that we can do 6 reps or so, and then increase that weight to work toward a 4 rep max. Every 4 minutes we start a new round. You guys could use bench press, you can use dumbbells, you can use barbells, you can use whatever you need to do for that chest press option. Ooh, that was good. Twice in a row. All right, so your finisher. It's going to be 12 minutes total. Okay, it's going to be every minute on the minute. We're going to stay at each exercise for 3 minutes. Right. 4 basic body weight exercise. Exercise number 1, jumping jacks, old school calisthenics. Boom, starting with that, 20 to 25. Next up, squat thrust. Squat thrust is basically a modified burpee. You're not going all the way to the ground, but you are getting that little jump at the top. Okay, we're doing anywhere from 5 to 7 of those. Next up, plank shoulder knee tap. Okay, shoulder, knee, trying to keep that back as flat as possible. Ripping right through it. We're going to do anywhere from 5 to 7 each on those. And then last up, really easy, straight leg sit-ups. Fly on your back, big exhale on the way up, reach for your toes. Keep those toes up, keep the back of your knees on the ground. Straight leg sit-ups, anywhere from 5 to 10, with increasing 5 to 10 each.